Hey guys, got a really cool video for today. Our guest, Ron Smoorenburg. Check out his YouTube page, by the way. He's an amazing martial artist. I'm going to link it in the description below. But if you watched any martial arts action films over the last 20 years, you had to have seen this guy. This video is how I got his start. He had this world record high flying jump kick, so impressive that it caught Jackie Chan's attention of all people, who cast him in the film Who Am I? Anyway, there's a deeper story behind that and what went on behind the scenes, and I'm going to share that in a future video. I do hint at it at the end of this one, so you're going to want to make sure to stay until the end. Anyway, make sure to like this video. The more likes this video gets, the faster my beard's going to grow back. I need that back. Subscribe to the channel, share the video, and without further ado, let's find out more about this cool little piece of martial arts film history. There are some guys that are just they do things that almost seem to defy physics sometimes. Speaking of which, I read that you have like the record for the highest jump kick, like 11 feet.
Yeah.
Which is ridiculous. I mean, do you have like some kind? I gotta ask you this. I was gonna ask you when we talk later, but if you got a little more time, do you have some specific training just to increase your vertical leap in your jump kicks, or do you just naturally have this like frog-like ability to just jump high?
Okay, it's very weird, and you know, in tricking they have this called kind of J step. Like it's a way to scoop your leg up, to scoop. It's like almost scooping ice cream. That's the way when you scoop your leg up like that, and that can bring your body up. Now I did that like years ago, before the tricking stuff, and I discovered that if you don't jump with two legs at the same time, but you scoop one leg first, and then stay in the air as long as possible, and then kick out. That kind of works. So I did that a lot of times. And in Holland, we have a lot of trees in my street. So I always try to kick the leaves as high as possible and go to the next level. And that's how it's kind of started and combined with Van Damme. But it is like, do a lot of jumping, basically. Just do it a lot. And this kind of technique always worked and with me. And I just optimized it.
Okay.
It's like scooping the leg, like the kicking leg. You scoop and then you turn away and then do this flying side kick. And this was like a flying side kick against the wall in the splits. So you needed to be flexible as well for this. It's a combination of flexibility and jumping power in this case. And I was just like in centimeters, 3 centimeters more than another guy. I was very lucky.
Where did they take the record? Like, this is an official record, right? Did like you guys have to go? So like, where was this anyway?
Well, it was not Guinness or so. It is not. So I never mentioned it's Guinness.
Sure.
It was like a TV program with like 10 episodes, and it was like, what is the record of the highest kick? So we had all those taekwondo people coming and. Now I tell you another weird story. Actually, it was my idea. I wrote this TV program. It was like a record show. And I wrote them like, maybe something like the highest kick can be cool.
Yeah.
And then they didn't reply. And then somebody told me there's something like a high kick on TV. And that was actually my idea. And they didn't invite me. And then I got into there were around the 6th episode. And that day I had to do a test and I fell down. I didn't make the test. And then I said, no, I want one more chance. So I had to come back.
Heeft geen trap nodig om omhoog te trappen. Ron Smoorenburg uit Nieuwegein.
And then it was already the last episode. And the record got so high. It was like 3 meters 26.
That's crazy.
And I could make it 3:30, but yeah, they were playing some tricks on me. Like in the rehearsals of the TV show, the guys pretended they can just go like 3:20, 3:10, and they're pretending they couldn't get higher. And the first on action, it was live. The first one was like, bam, 3:26, and then he looked at me like, I got you, like mentally, mentally. And I was like, oh my God, I never saw that. And then I had to do it, but. Yeah, maybe my parents, they were in the audience, right? So I look at them and say, okay, come on, let's do it. Yeah. So I got the first attempt, I got 3:27.
Ooh, okay.
Just 1 centimeter, just by pointing the foot.
Just a little more, yeah.
Yes, yes, and then that guy, he got mentally maybe broken, crushed by that, and
Sure.
then he fell down. He fell down. His second one, he fell down.
Oh,
He
okay.
slipped, and
Mm.
then I was like, okay, you know what? Let's get everything out of this. Now I'm so confident. Let's make it even more. And then I could push it to 330,
Wow.
and this kick I showed to Jackie Chan later when he came to Holland for Who Am I? Like
Okay.
this
Yeah.
kick on the videotape, and that's part of. I'm going to tell you that story
That's
another
the first
time, of
movie you
course.
did, right? Basically, so this kick
Yeah.
started your film career essentially.
Yes, and it was 3 months before Jackie came to Holland.
Wow.
So yeah, it was combined with some. We did some live shows. Like we started to copy movie fights, and like Mortal Kombat and all that stuff, and
Yeah.
Van Damme, and we did these live shows. Like we were already playing movies in our fantasy, but we were not in movies yet. It was my biggest dream, but we were just like simulating those fights
Sure.
and on music and. But again, fighting Jackie is a different story.
It's a very interesting story, in fact, which will be covered in a future video. Ron and I will be discussing his perspective of being someone coming out of nowhere to fight Jackie Chan, turning his dream into reality, but then having it talked about in a documentary about how difficult it was for Ron to keep up with the timing of Jackie Chan.
Teaching Smoorenburg the necessary sense of timing and distance to ensure a safe yet dynamic duel taxes even Jackie's patience. Though Smoorenburg's ability to execute the required movements improves, he still proves unable to execute certain sequences with the correct rhythm.
Ron and I are going to do a full breakdown of this event, as things are not always what they seem. I don't know about you guys, but I'm really excited about this video.